Hello everybody, we're back for part 3, back at the next plaque. Over to you.
I can actually read this one. It says Philip.
It says
the first. 244 to 249. Born in, now I can't read that bit.
Born in Orontes,
Orontes
in modern Syria.
He was
a Praetorian prefect before becoming emperor.
His 5-year reign was unusually stable.
Oh, so he was one of the better emperors. Good old Philip. Quite a casual Roman name, really, Philip. It's still an absolutely gorgeous day, peoples. I take a day like this every day.
Aemilian, born in the Roman province of Africa, declared emperor after his victory against the invading Goths, emperor for only 3 months in 253.
Short and sweet. And on we go. We're very nearly approaching the halfway mark of the promenade. You can just see the lighthouse up ahead.
There's some bikers coming past now.
And here we have Valerian, 253 to 260.
Captured as a prisoner of war by Shapur, king of Persia. It was rumoured that he was used by Shapur as a living footstool.
Ouch.
He remained a prisoner of war until his death.
Ooh, nasty.
He didn't have a very pleasant time then, being used as a footstool.
A living footstool.
Imagine the backache.
Crouched over with some of the buggers' clodhoppers on you. You big plates of meat on me back. Ouch. Rocky bugger.
He wasn't a very nice person, was he?
Not at all, no. Another nice easy one for you. Claudius II.
268 to 270. The first of a series of tough soldier emperors who would eventually restore the empire. Died of plague, possibly smallpox.
Bless. All the good ones have such a short life. And here we have the hut, halfway mark along the promenade.
Blake's come and get out of town and go out of the country. Eat all the berries there right this time of year. Fight off viruses.
And we have another Aurelian.
Aurelian from 270 to 275 won a series of military victories reuniting the empire. Earned him the title of Restitutor Orbis, or the Restorer of the World. Following his death, his wife may have ruled the empire in her own right.
Can't say I've ever heard of a female emperor.
What about
Egyptian, not Roman.
She was Egyptian.
well, she's still an emperor.
She wasn't pharaoh.
I'm And I'll just hand over to David for this next one. He can get there at the moment, I can't. Oh, there isn't one on this one. Oh, yeah, there is. Here we go. I'll let David take this one.
That way. And it says Probus from 276 to 282, proclaimed emperor by the legions, a successful general and administrator who worked with the Senate, re-erected Hadrian's fortifications between the Rhine and the Danube.
There we go. Sorry about the
Oh, you're all right.
sorry about the little wobble. Thank you. And there we go.
I'll do the last leg.
And we're on to the next one. And on to the next one here. And we have carrots.
Carus from 282 to 283. Seized power before the murder of Probus. He suppressed the authority of the Senate, but little is known about him due to the decline of literature, believed to have died when he was struck by lightning.
So they lost a bit of philosophy for a while.
Went out with a flash.
And a bang. And we'll mosey on down to the next one. Was anybody keeping count? Because I wasn't.
It was bad enough trying to read them, let alone count them.
I'll let somebody else in the comments count up how many there were in total. They can let us know.
Is anyone else dyslexic and get the words factorbrunt and muckstip?
Oh, often. Diocletian.
Anyway,
Yeah, we'll leave it at that.
284 to 305, born in Dalmatia. The empire was split into east and west when he appointed fellow officer Maximian as co-emperor. This resulted in treachery or rule of four.
They didn't play nicely, these Romans. Not at all. Getting ever closer towards Maryport again.
Hopefully the Persian line.
Yes, it is a long walk for those on foot. But enjoyable nonetheless. Oh, it's Maximian.
286 to 308, Maximian. His military brawn complemented, what's that, Diocletius?
Political brain, the guy from earlier.
Oh yes.
He abdicated and retired to southern Italy. Oh, well, he got the better half of the deal then, I suppose. Still haven't seen no female emperor though. Constantius Chlorus, 305 to 306.
One of the original members of the treachery, launched a successful campaign against the Picts beyond the Antonine Wall. He died suddenly at York. So going across the border to Scotland, his first bid was Caledonia, so they conquered the Caledons and then they wanted the Picts in the far north. But didn't happen. Then they came back down to Hadrian's Wall.
Have a look out over the Solway again there for you. Just as we get to the next bench. Maxentius.
306 to 312. Not recognised as a legitimate emperor. He was the last emperor to reside in Rome. Died at the Battle of Milvian Bridge, defeated by Constantine the Great.
So, what's the betting then? Answers on a postcard that the next bench is going to be Constantine the Great. Let's go find out, shall we? Ding, 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 ding. Answers, you were right. Constantine the Great. 306 to 337.
Declared as emperor by his army in York. The first emperor to convert to Christianity. His mother, Helena, claimed she discovered the true cross. Helena was revered as a saint, becoming the patron saint of archaeologists.
Oh, there you go. Helena, patron saint of archaeologists. Speed bump. Valentian the First, 364 to 375.
Made his brother, Valens, co-emperor. Valentinian ruled the Western Empire and rebuilt fortifications along the frontier. Died of a stroke whilst yelling at envoys. What a way to go.
Yeah.
Shouting at folk and there's a heart attack in me.
Unlucky, son, unlucky. Control your temper.
Shouting orders. That said, I couldn't imagine me barking many orders.
No.
I'm too mild. Hope my voice isn't putting folk to sleep, by the way.
And then we have the other brother, Valens.
364 to 378. Younger brother and co-emperor with Valentinian. He was defeated and killed by invading Goths, marking the beginning of the barbarian encroachment into Roman territory.
These Goths sound like a nasty group.
You'll have to Google them as well, find out more about them.
There was a female Roman emperor, and she was the wife of Claudius and Mark Antony. There's a few.
Yeah, but none it with the same that have ruled on their own. The old men. Theodosius the First.
The Great, 379 to 395. Born in Spain, he was a diligent administrator and a devout Christian. He was given a Christian burial in Constantinople, where he was interred in a porphyry sarcophagus.
Look that one up too.
Like a porpoise grapes.
So we're approaching the car park now, which marks the beginning of the promenade for those that want to walk on foot. You see the lighthouse over there in the distance. And I think we're almost at the end of the benches as well, so not many more to go now. If you're still with us, that is.
The gateway into the port of Maryport. Here we are.
Magnus Maximus, 383 to 388.
Proclaimed emperor by troops in Britain. He usurped the throne of the Western Empire by negotiation with Theodosius I. His death marked the end of direct imperial presence in Britain.
Oh, we're coming towards the end of the Roman time in Britain, it would seem.
And not long after that, the Vikings started coming across from Norway, Denmark. On this western coast, it was the Norwegians. On the east coast, towards York, it was the Danish. The Norwegians came round to Ireland, the Western Islands of Scotland, Cumbria, the Isle of Man, and North Wales.
We have Eugenius.
392 to 394. Teacher of Latin, grammar and rhetoric. Although publicly a Christian, he
Rededicated the Temple of Venus in Rome and the Altar of Victory.
rebelled against Theodosius I, who executed him following his defeat.
Unlucky son.
Something really stinks.
See ya. Honorius.
395 to 423. Younger son of Theodosius I, he became emperor of the West Empire at the age of 10. His reign was precarious and chaotic. He died of oedemia or dropsy, leaving no heirs.
Come on, Emperor, at the age of 10. Wow.
A dropsy sounds like an interesting condition. Not too many more now. We have Constantine III, 407 to 411.
A Roman general who declared himself emperor in Britain. Honorius recognized him as co-emperor in 409. He abdicated after losing support following Saxon raiding in Britain. So that's your
Saxon
Vikings
invasions.
start to come in now. Telling the Italians to bugger off, you've got your Scandinavians coming down. And then the Celts start their uprisings again after the Romans have gone.
We'll just do a quick stop at this next bench. I don't want to disturb people. Here. We have Theodosius II, 408 to 450.
Proclaimed emperor as an infant, the youngest to bear the title, following the death of his father when he was 7. A successor of guardians included his sister. In 425 he founded the University of Constantinople. Died after falling from his horse.
Poor fellow. He sounded like quite a nice emperor, by all accounts. Ooh.
Well, I would say that's the last yam.
I think it is. I think we've reached the end, peoples. So I think what we will do is we'll drive just to the end of this little slipway here, and I will wrap up this video. But I hope you've enjoyed the little Roman history lesson on the plaques. I hope it hasn't been too windy for you on the way back. And again, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe if you want to. It doesn't cost you anything.
Another day we'll have to have a look on the little harbour, or as we call it in Maryport, the Lal Harbour. And that's where you'll get some Cumbrian words and words popular in Maryport. And I'll have to introduce you to some Cumberland dialect. Even the way we count here is different.
Well,
It's not English, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We say yan, tian, tethra, methra, pimp, sethra, lethra, hovera, dovera, dick. Yana dick, tiana dick, tetra dick, methra dick, bumfit. Yana bumfit, tethra bumfit, methra bumfit, jigget.
Well, that'll be for another time when, say, we invite David and Jason out for a wander. It will be a bit difficult, that vlog, I think, and I'll have to go extremely slowly because unfortunately along the little harbour's pier they made it cobbled and it's not exactly mobility friendly to those that don't have suspension. But we'll see how we get on. It'll be a future video. But again, I've hoped you've enjoyed this little drive out. And I will see you all again on the next one. I'll leave you with the view of the lighthouse and that sparkling sunshine. Ciao for now.